This is the Grandmaster Josif Dorfman. He was world number 12 in the 80s, and he used to be a second for Garry Kasparov in a world championship match. He messed up this typical rook endgame with the black pieces that so many people have difficulties with. And we're gonna learn how to play so that we won't mess up in our games. And spoiler alert, there will be a beauty move later. This game was played in the USSR Championship 1980 with Vlana with the white pieces and Dorfman with the black pieces. And here black should definitely have activated his king with king f6, and depending on what white is doing, then he will put it to e6 or f5. I mean, the importance of the king activity in the endgame will be so very clear from this example. However, black played rook a4 check, which is a mistake. The reason he played it was when king moves, then he can go down and grab some pawns. However, that's just 2 pawns, and a general rule of thumb is that a king activity is worth 4 pawns in the endgame. And white showed that he fully understood this by, after black taking on f3, he will activate his rook to b6. And why should it be there? Because it cuts off the king and put it in prison. And when black takes another pawn, we can cross over this cutting off line with our king just in time before black's king escapes. So black is forced to create a pass pawn without his king by playing g5 and get the h-pawn running, of which the race begins. A race that white is leading, he takes the queen first, and we have a rook more now. But black has a trick up his sleeve, because the cute little move f6 wins a pawn and creates a pass pawn. And it really forces us to play very precisely here as white only has one winning move, which coincidentally is also our beauty move. And related to our theme, king activity in the endgame. The move is rook f2. Cuts off the king and avoids that black can make some actually really cool move, which we're gonna see afterwards. Okay, let's play this one out. The kings are of course running to the actions, while the rook goes behind the pass pawn because that's where rooks love to be. And here Dorfman resigned. But let's jump a little back here and see what would happen if white played the natural king b7. Then black would take advantage of that king f6 as a possibility, and here king e5, which is such a pretty move, and actually draws. The king is shouldering the white king, shouldering we know from football, where they are pushing with each other's shoulders to get ahead of each other. And since the white king can't come back, it's actually a pretty simple draw, because the black king can actually help the pawn along and the rook can't do much here. So, after understanding this typical rook endgame, we got one step closer to beating those pesky grandmasters. If you want significantly more steps, I would actually consider that piece fight course right there. And to everyone, I'll see you in the next one.